The groundbreaking for the new jail will be on Monday, April 26th at 10 a.m. in the parking lot of the existing jail. You were all invited to attend, and you should have received an email invite from Kendra, and she can RSVP for you if you plan to attend. In case you missed it, Papillion has again maintained its AA1 Moody rating due to strong financial management. And I want to thank Nancy and her team for all the work they do, which helps us reduce our bond and interest rates and help save us money through that high Moody rating. And finally, city staff is working with Viero to finish putting together the Parks and Recreation Master Plan. You can expect to see a draft for your review and input within the next couple weeks. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have a motion to approve the consent agenda? Motion by Councilman Gaines. Second by Councilman Glover. Do you have any proponents or opponents? Any council discussion? Please vote.
Sunday? Yes. Mumgarde? Yes. Gaines? Yes. Glover? Yes. Jaworski? Yes. Klug? Yes. Stube?
Yes.
Engberg?
Yes.
8 yeas, 0 nays.
Motion passes. Next is D1, Ordinance 1928, an ordinance to amend the fiscal year 2020-2021 budget. Is there a council member will introduce? Introduced by Councilman Engberg. Item D2, Ordinance 1931, an ordinance to reduce the aggregate insurance requirement for fireworks displays. One council member did want just a quick clarification of what this was. This is limited to fireworks displays if somebody pulls a permit for a firework display. Currently, we're at $2 million liability. This is requesting to go to $1 million. We're at 5 and it's going to 1. And the driver of that is we're one of only 2 communities we're aware of in Nebraska that are at that higher limit. So what we're doing is normalizing to what everybody else is in the state. I think it's us and maybe Lincoln. I think we're the higher ones. So is there a council member that introduce? Introduced by Councilwoman Klug. Item F1, Resolution R210072, a resolution to approve the First Amendment to the Granite Falls Commercial Subdivision Agreement. Is there a motion to approve Resolution R210072? Motion by Councilman Jaworski. Second by Councilman Stube. Do we have any proponents or opponents? Any council discussion? Please vote.
Sunday? Yes. Mumgarde? Yes. Gaines? Yes. Glover? Jaworski? Yes. Klug? Yes. Stube?
Yes.
Engberg?
Yes.
8 yeas, 0 nays.
Motion passes. Item F2, Resolution R210074, a resolution to approve a final plat for the property legally described as part of Tax Lot 10, Section 35, Township 14 North, Range 11 east of the 6 p.m., Sarpy County, Nebraska, generally located southwest of South 150th Street and Shepherd Street. The applicant is Scannell Properties, LLC, Highway 370 Industrial Park. Is there a motion to approve Resolution R210074? Motion by Councilman Gaines and second by Councilman Glover. Proponents, welcome.
Jason Thielen, E&A Consulting Group, 10909 Mill Valley Road, Suite 100. Here on behalf of the applicant, happy to answer any questions you might have.
Thank you very much. Do we have any other proponents or opponents? Any council discussion? Please vote.
Sunday? Yes. Mumgarde? Yes. Gaines? Yes. Glover? Yes. Jaworski? Yes. Klug? Yes. Stube?
Yes.
Engberg?
Yes.
8 yeas, 0 nays.
Motion passes. Related item F3, Resolution R210075, a resolution to approve the Highway 370 Industrial Park Subdivision Agreement. Motion to approve Resolution R210075. Motion by Councilman Jaworski, second by Councilman Klug. Any proponents or opponents? Any council discussion? Please vote.
Sunday? Yes. Mumgarde? Yes. Gaines? Yes. Glover? Yes. Jaworski? Yes. Klug? Yes. Stube?
Yes.
Engberg?
Yes.
8 yeas, 0 nays.
Got a quick agenda tonight. That's all the regular agenda items. Public Safety Committee met. Understand Mr. Stube's the chairman.
This year for the committee. Yeah. And there's no question our Public Safety Committee meeting was longer than this council meeting today. So we had quite a few items on our agenda. I'll start out the first one, which is the discussion with regard to some improvements that will be made at 2nd and Washington Street. This is an item that has been discussed numerous times by the previous Public Safety Committee. And so staff presented us some options this evening relative to those particular improvements. And the Safety Committee agreed to proceed with the installation of what's called a HAWK system, but it's a pedestrian hybrid beacon system that will be installed on essentially all four legs of that particular intersection at 2nd and Washington Street. Mr. Thompson indicated that because of the fact that there's a long lead time on some of the materials, he's going to do advance ordering of that, hopefully try to get that installed later this year. Second item that we discussed at the committee was with regard to no parking. There was a agreement on a policy that will be coming in front of this council, most likely the first meeting in May. Is that correct? And so that will give some guidance to staff also relative to no parking. And then the third item that we discussed was related to speed limits, establishing speed limits. And so that was also a policy that was discussed by the committee. And that also will be coming in front of City Council in the first meeting in May also. And that's my conclusion of my report, Mayor.
Thank you very much. Any comments from the floor? Any comments from council? Just a couple things from the last couple of weeks. Again, the health meetings with the health department are twice a month now, Tuesdays and first and third Tuesday before council meetings. So again, if you have any questions for us in relation to that, let us know and we can get that to Sarah. The major update today, I think, was just that vaccinations continue. Supplies continue to be received. Clinics are open, and pretty much anybody that wants one is now eligible to get one. If you see any statistics in regards to the percentage of people that have been received it, she did find out that any vaccinations given by the Department of Defense are not included in that number. So the number that's published for SARPI actually is arbitrarily low, because if somebody goes to the base or to the VA and they're from SARPI, they're not in that number, and that's not being disclosed for security reasons. So if you see the number, we're actually higher than that, but it'd just be a guess of what that is. We continue to have every week United Cities call and talking about what's going on with the legislature, the bills that are going up that week. And so again, if you have any questions on legislative bills or any wondering if we're in supporting one or want us to look at supporting or opposing something, let us know. But the United Cities is taking the positions, and all of the bills have their priority status now from the individual senators and the committees and the speaker. So the hearings and the votes are going on. They're primarily working on budget right now, but there are some bills related to police reform, and then we're watching those close. And then there's a couple in regards to property tax, trying to put the limits on local jurisdictions of how much money they can get from property tax. And so those bills are going on. So if you have questions, let us know. I think the only other things, reminder, F&A's got a committee meeting on the first meeting in May. The ad hoc audit committee will also be meeting. And the mentioned that next Monday is the groundbreaking for the Correctional Center. I want to thank the county on that, though. When originally we found out they were doing the Correctional Center and where they were putting it, we raised quite a bit of opposition because the corner there on 84th and 370 is supposed to be a pretty prominent civic corner, and to put a jail there didn't seem to fit. But they worked really close with Mr. Sturzma. He and his team have spent a lot of time with the county, and the county has really listened. And I think we're going to get a pretty good civic type building that just happens to be a jail, but I don't think it'll look like one. So I just want to publicly say it, thank the county. Cleanup Days is going. That's through the 25th. And just a reminder, if people go there, that because of the COVID restrictions, we're not helping unload like we typically do, but that's going on now. And then Arbor Day on the 30th, there's two events. One is at 9:30 in the morning at Walnut Creek. We received an award from Facebook. They gave us, is it 75, Tony? They gave us 75 trees. So those will be going in the Walnut Creek area. primarily around the campgrounds to insulate those a little bit from a lot of the growth that's occurring and keep that a nice campground. And then at 1 o'clock at City Hall is another one for our 150th. The City of La Vista is actually donating a tree to us, so that ceremony is at 1 o'clock at City Hall if you want to show up. Police chief selection is ongoing. Civil Service has wrapped up their piece and certified their list and has the top 3 names have been forwarded. All of you should have seen that. If you have any questions in regards to that, let me know. And I think I sent a note to everybody that if you have got any specific feedback, to let me know that. Next week, we'll be doing the interviews with the top 3 candidates, and we're having the State Patrol do background investigations, and some of that's going to be going on in parallel. So by the time we select that top name, hopefully the background's winding down. So if I had to speculate, and it's just speculation, hopefully the second meeting in May will be bringing a name forward for chief, but probably no more next week. So again, give me your feedback if you've got specific comments. And then the police department did have an award ceremony last night, and just because we had a quick meeting, I do want to read through the names of the people that received awards, because I think it's really impressive, especially with the national conversations with policing, and you realize how best-in-class department we have and how connected they are with the community and the difference they're making. Adam Bamer received a Police Star and a Life-Saving Award. Jeb Christensen got a commendation. Jacob Davis got a life-saving award. Scott Giles got an accommodation and 2 life-saving awards. Logan Jasic got the Medal of Honor and 2 life-saving awards. Preston Moss got a Medal of Valor. Frank Mattia got a life-saving award. Doug Moeller got 2 commendations. Robert Morrell got a commendation. Jeremy Nelson got Medal of Valor and a life-saving award. Travis Roseboom got 3 life-saving awards. Brian Sfagel got a commendation. Phil Tackett got a Certificate of Civic Achievement. Brian Tills got a commendation. Jonathan Ward, a Medal of Valor and a Life-Saving Award and a Certificate of Merit. Todd Dudas, Civilian Employee of the Year. And Chris Goley, a Medal of Valor, 2 Life-Saving Awards, and Officer of the Year. I don't think you'll find a better department in the state of Nebraska, so congratulate on all of them. And the Medal of Valor, huge story behind that, and it has to do with the event in Bellevue with the Sonic, and what our guys did is just incredible. So, Chris, do you have anything you want to share in regards to either that event or the awards? I think it's important for the community to understand the quality of this department and best in class that it is.
It really is. As I told last night, I said it's what the chiefs do a lot of times is mundane, but award ceremonies is not one of those things. It's always a privilege to award officers for the exceptional work they do. I echo Mayor's comments. I do think we have just one of the best police departments in the state. We have amazing men and women who do their very best day in and day out. And that was none more evident than what happened that night in Sonic. Our officers responded. Preston Moss did an amazing job in leading the team up to the scene. There was smoke and fireworks going off. We had no idea if the shooter, where he was, if he was still on scene, how many shooters there were, but they go into harm's way day in and day out. In that scene, we had Officer Fiscal, who is also a paramedic through Creighton University, runs our Stack Med program, which is a response to provide a police officer who can go into hospital situations, but also provide medical care. He set up a triage point. Officer Ward and Officer Nelson went into the Sonic and started retrieving bodies that were inside. 2 of them were not dead yet, so we were able to administer life-saving care. We got them out of there.
And they went in before the scene was secure, and they didn't know if the active shooter was still there, right?
Correct. We just really had no idea, again, how many were. Those, you can imagine those things are very chaotic. But again, the care that they received, the fact that they went in there, got those individuals out, was paramount to some of the life-saving that took place. And again, just with the other life-saving, some CPR, and then as well as just officers doing the very best that they can day in and day out. So I'm pretty proud of where we've come. We've been pretty good for a long time, I think, and Chief Lyons and I feel real strongly where we've led them to, and where we still got ways to go with some things, but rest assured, you've got some good men and women working at the department.
Thank you. Any comments from council or any questions? Motion to adjourn? Motion by Councilman Glover? Second by Councilman Gaines. Please vote.
Sunday. Mumgarde. Gaines. Glover. Jaworski. Klug. Stube. Engberg. 8 yeas, 0 nays.
We are adjourned.